With GHK withdrawing from the competition, Ayr were the only representatives from National 1 to take part in the Scottish Cup quarter-finals on Saturday. But with home advantage and an unfamiliar-looking Selkirk team taking the pitch, they would start favourites, with a prize of a home game in 2 weeks' time against either local rivals Mar or Purdie in the semi-final. Ross Nixon was playing his 300th game for Selkirk and was hoping this would be a winning one to help him celebrate an impressive milestone. It was Selkirk who opened their account first with a couple of well-taken penalties from fullback Matt Reid in the first 10 minutes. Jamie Bova reduced the deficit to 3 points after some sustained pressure from Ayr, who suddenly clicked into gear and looked very threatening. On 12 minutes we saw the first try of the match, and it certainly wouldn't be the last. The talented 22-year-old scrum half Ross McCorkindale, who's impressed all season, scored a typical sniping try, and all of a sudden Ayr were in front, with Bova kicking the conversion. Zach Howard got on the board with a superb try 3 minutes later, following a cheeky kick-through from Jack Anderson, and all of a sudden, with 2 quick tries, a gap was beginning to open up, and Selkirk were giving away penalties at an alarming rate. 15-6 at the interval, and some regrouping for Selkirk to do. With just 1 minute on the clock, McCorkindale darted in for his second try, and Ayr were on the front foot. 6 minutes later, a splendid try made by Michael Kirk, breaking through the defence and offloading to McCorkindale, who literally could do nothing wrong all afternoon, and with the help of a sublime dummy, he set up fullback Kieran Wood, who ran in for a try in the corner, which saw Ayr stretch their lead even further. Bova was on target with the touchline conversion. Selkirk had their moments in the second period, and young fly-half Cameron Eason glided in for a try for the suitors, which was converted by Matt Reid to put them back into the game. But with the hour approaching, you felt they had to get the next score. A penalty from Bova put Ayr up to 30 points, and then it looked as if John Fulton would also get on the score sheet. The ball went loose following a handling error from Selkirk. The ball was hacked on by centre Danny McCluskey. Then it was the turn of John Fulton to show off his football skills. It looked as if he had got downward pressure on the ball, but the referee consulted with his assistant, and the try was ruled out. But Ayr didn't have long to wait. From the resulting scrum, quick ball was sent out to Jamie Bova, and he crashed in to put his team out of sight, adding the conversion for good measure, and all of a sudden it was 37-13. There's nothing worse for a player than to see their pass intercepted, so fans of James Head look away now as Zach Howard latched onto the ball, sprinted clear to the line to put Ayr into the 40s and notching up their 6th try of the match. By now, word had got round the stadium that Mar had shocked Purdie at Millennium Park, coming back from 10-0 down to win 27-10 and set up a local derby in 2 weeks' time at Millbrae against Ayr, so more reasons to celebrate for the men in pink and black. With the clock in the red, the icing was about to be put on the cake, Kieran Wood slipping a reverse pass to Zach Howard, and then the simplest of offloads to John Fulton to run in for a 7th and final try for Ayr, converted by Bova, to leave the final score at Millbrae in the Scottish Cup quarter-final, Ayr 49, Selkirk 13.
We know the two competitions that we were in are Nat 1 and the Cup, and Nat 1's probably out of our hands. We've got to rely on other results right now. So I said at the start in training that there's everything to play for in this. It's us that can win it, it's us that can lose it. So that's some of the heart the boys put on out there was outstanding. And to go against Premiership opposition, I think we've shown what we can do as a squad. We had extended bench this week, so a lot of boys, we had the twos captain playing for us, we had a lot of boys coming up and they didn't look out of place. Everyone put in a brilliant shift.
It's been a long drag this season. I think I've accumulated a lot of injuries just the last few while, and then guys have got farming and obviously other commitments and stuff, and the boys that came in today, they stuck in well, but it is obviously a big step up for what they've been used to in that, and it was obviously a step too far today. In the first half we were alright, we had a few chances that we probably, if we'd taken them, would have been in the game, maybe slightly ahead half time. It might have changed things, might have got the confidence up a wee bit. But when they started running a couple of tries, that first and after the break, it broke the spirit a wee bit of the boys, and they just kind of ran away with it at the end. It's disappointing. It'd be nice to finish the season on a bit of a high, because that's shite, but what do you do? You can't imagine boys that are anywhere, and the boys that came in done a decent job.
We don't really look too much into the teams that are playing because we can't affect anything that they do. All we want to do is play our style of rugby, especially here at Millbrae. It's a bit of a fortress for us, so can't wait to get the local rivals down next week.
Mar here, what an occasion that's going to be for Ayrshire Rugby semi-final of the Scottish Cup.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the last few years, Mar have probably been one of the form sides in the Prem, and we're showing what we can do after all the change with the Super Six and then the club team coming up strong. I mean, we've got a massive squad, everyone's really hungry, there's boys that can't be involved through injury, illness, other reasons, so every boy that's pulling on the shirt's doing it for those boys.
The guys stick in, they try right to the end. But as you say, a lot of them, we're goosed there. It's been a long season, there's boys patched up and people do it just to play games, and like they're just scraping through. Headache done 75 minutes there, and if he had his way he'd probably be doing 40 and having enough at half time. But we need these guys, they're the core of the squad, and they make a massive difference. Like, they keep the boys going round about them, because when you do lose them, you lose a bit of experience, and the guys kind of look at somebody else to do something. You stick in. We've always done that.
We're such a young squad, got so much to build on, got a lot of experience on young shoulders, so I mean it just looks really positive for the future, but we're not looking any further forward in 2 weeks.
And of course you guys are the cup holders, you've won it on numerous occasions. What is it about that particular, the love affair if you like, between that particular competition and this club?
I don't really know, you can just see it though, like having the full squad, family, friends, everyone down. Like you can hear, when we get a roll on, you can really hear them, and it just gives you that 16th man. And as I say, when you can see boys coming off the bench getting first class experience, sort of fringe boys in the squad, it's just great to see.
On a personal level, of course, we have to mention 300 games for Selkirk. It's a remarkable feat, and you must be very proud of that.
I am. If you'd asked myself, I was a 10-year-old laddie, to say I'd get 300 games for the club, he'd be a happy man. All I really want to do is play for Selkirk 300 times, putting the jersey on. It's a massive honour.